everyone, welcome to Ultravision TV. I'm Sandra Ewers, and I have been lucky enough to be joined by someone who's described as naughty but nice and the charmer. Welcome to the show, Peter Francis, aka, hold on, Special P.
Okay, that's cool.
Welcome. Welcome. It's good to have you here.
Yeah, nice to be here.
The first thing I have to say to you, the first thing I have to ask you is why did the chicken cross the road?
Yeah, that's a stupid joke. I don't know. Why did it cross the road?
To get to the other side. And that is why I'm not a comedian.
There you go.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, I've done with the first questions out of the way. Now listen to me. Tell me something. Why Special P? Why are you called Special P?
I'm not called Special P anymore.
What are you called now?
I am Peter Francis.
So
Special P is a name that was given to me by my mum.
Okay.
Because of I was born at home.
Right. Oh my gosh.
And I came up with afro hair. I'm the only left-handed person in the family.
My gosh.
And I was troublesome, and I was very, when I say troublesome in a nice way, humorous, always making people laugh.
Okay.
And she called, that's my special child. That's him there, that's my special child.
You are special.
And then she called me Special P. And I used that name up until 3 years ago when I changed it to Peter Francis.
Okay, so you're back to Peter Francis.
Back.
I like both names.
Yeah.
So look, I know you haven't always been a comedian.
No.
What else have you been doing?
Well, initially I started off being an accountant.
Right.
How boring is that? But you know what?
Well,
That's what I did.
That's
what I did. I was an accountant, and then from accountancy I went into making my own company. I was into, had the first, well, you know what? I had an organic company.
Okay.
And I was known as a black organic company, which is very bad, and that ruined my company.
Not just, oh, that is a shame.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no, because there's stereotypical views out there. And then I went from there, but I've always been into comedy, because I used to write comedy for others, I used to write plays, and then eventually I ended up doing stand-up comedy myself.
So, can I be funny? How can I, if I tell a joke, I just told that chicken cross the road
So you
joke.
can't be funny then?
And somebody did, earlier on I told that joke and somebody laughed. So is it the way you tell the joke? Tell me.
Right, comedy, right, first of all, can you be funny? Well, you can.
Right.
At certain times.
Okay.
But no one can make you funny.
Right.
Okay? It's something that's within.
So how do you write your material then? Do you look at things and...
Yeah, I base my material on observation of life.
Right.
My life and what's happening around me and how it affects me. And that's what I write about all the time. So that's why my comedy is varied, because I see a lot of funny I can see funny at a funeral. I can see funny anywhere.
But that's quite good. That means you have got a great sense of humour.
Yes.
But what did your mum or your family, when you said, I'm going to be a comedian? Because for me, when I was a child, if I said I was going to be a comedian, my mum would have asked what that was.
I told her I'm a comedian.
Sorry.
No.
She wanted me to be a doctor, alright? So.
No. It was no surprise to my parents that I was going to be a comedian.
Right.
Alright? Or something in the entertainment world. No surprise to them at all.
Okay, so...
Because of how I was as a child.
Alright. But I know you're a man who's travelled the world. I know that you've been to the US. Well, you can tell me where you've been.
No.
Does humour differ in different countries?
Humour doesn't differ. Everybody can relate. And I'll tell you why I say that. The only thing that differs is the way you deliver your joke.
Okay.
Alright? So that's what we play on, the way of delivering the joke.
Right.
But not the actual humour. And I'm going to tell you why, because everyone has a family. Everyone has kids, everyone works, everyone is surrounded by different cultures. So long as you can play, these are called common denominators.
Oh, right,
so
that
if you
makes
play on a
sense.
common denominator,
Yes.
you're bound to make someone laugh. If you're funny though. Yeah?
Would you, if you're in a comedy situation, you saying that, would you ever tailor, imagine you walked into a room but you were going to tell a certain joke, would you change that joke if the person was in the room or continue to tell that? You know what I mean though? Would you curtail it to who was in the room? If there's a Jamaican man out there, I'm going to say something Jamaican. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Not necessarily,
right.
But I can do if I wanted to cause a cheap laugh.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yes.
But I don't aim, these are the things that you'd probably do if from the beginning, because to me it's a cheap laugh. It's an easy laugh to switch on an accent and be funny.
Right.
But then after that, what happens?
What happens next?
Nothing. So I don't write material based on these one-hit wonder jokes. I do write stories that you could probably refer to in 10 years' time and still hear that story again and it will still make you laugh.
which I like, because looking you up and researching your videos, some of them were older,
Yes.
and I was still laughing
There you
because
go.
they related to any time of the month.
There you go.
But what about?
Not about any time of the month.
Sorry about that.
Some women suffer as well.
Sorry, ladies out there, I didn't mean that. So let me say, what about? I know that everybody gets kind of heckled, but how would you deal if somebody was heckling? Do you incorporate it? What do you do?
I bring them into my set.
And then that makes for good comedy, surely.
Yeah, I bring them into my set.
Well, we've all got something to say.
Yeah, well, let them say it. Let them say it, because then I could defect from my set and then play with you for a little while and then come back into my set. I love that, because that means I love it as long as it's not overwhelming, as long as it's not too much. You
No, I
know,
understand, yeah.
as long as they're
it's
making sense with it.
Yes.
Because and not to mistake a heckle for a compliment.
No, I understand that.
Someone shouting out, "Oh, you're really funny," is not a heckle.
No, it's
But
just
you can turn it into a heckle. Because you ain't funny either, you whatever, yeah.
you whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
So what about, because like with everything going on now, we've got Brexit, we've got Trump, we've got Boris Johnson. Are you using any of that material in your comedy sketches? That's how, you know, like with politics.
Yeah, I can do. But again, it's going to be one hit wonder.
Right, because
So
of the
it'll
time.
be, yeah, because of the time. So I could involve it at a certain point if I make reference to it, like I do at the moment.
Yes.
So here's a one hit wonder. I think Theresa May is a crackhead.
Sorry.
No, because you might not think what I'm saying, and I'm going to explain to you why. Because only crackers tell you things 3 times. And she tried to sell us that stuff 3 times. You see what I mean?
He's a comedian and he's not even telling a joke.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what a crackhead will do. Try and sell you the same thing 3 times. You want to buy these socks?
Yeah, and she has done that.
Yeah, you want to buy these socks? Next day, you want to buy the same socks? So, but you see, then I told her that's a one hit wonder.
No, I agree.
Because Theresa May is no longer in Parliament, and so that joke to me is like invalid. Well, why would I do that?
No,
So I won't write material based on.
I
do write on current affairs, but it has to relate to my life.
That makes absolute
Yeah.
sense.
If it doesn't relate to my life, then
So with all the work you've done, I know you've won awards. Are you able to tell us about anything you have won and that you're really proud of?
I've won the accolades for my kids.
That's a good award.
That's what I'm proud of.
So how many children have you got?
All right, steady though. I just said I won the accolades for my kids.
Or how many do you know about those?
Yeah. But we don't need to know about.
That's another story.
I've got some children.
How long you got?
Right? And yeah, it's another story. And how long you got? But the minute my kid said, "Dad, you're really funny," you know.
I like that. I like that. What is the best thing about comedy? What do you think for you?
Making people laugh. Making you come into a room that you've probably had a miserable day, I don't care, I don't know what your day's about, and you said, "Oh, let's go to a comedy show." And you come to a comedy show, and I've made you smile, laugh, enjoy yourself, and you feel uplifted, and you go home thinking that was a really good night, you know. What's that comedy? What's his name again, wasn't it?
I like it.
That's
I
amazing.
like it. So, who are your best audiences then? Knowing that you are doing comedy and you like doing comedy, who's your best audience?
I don't have a...
You just don't care. You just,
See,
well, you care, but you don't.
I do care,
Right.
but to me, comedy is comedy, all right? So you could be black, white, pink, blue, I don't really care. If I'm delivering something that's funny, you should laugh. Yeah?
Yes.
If you don't, that means you're a lonely fucking son or miserable git. But my audience, I really don't care what performing run off. I really don't.
But do you have a favourite place that you like to go to do comedy? Is there somewhere that you enjoy the most, where you get the most laughter?
No.
That's fair enough.
No, but I have to tell you the truth, is I haven't been somewhere and said, "Oh God, I love doing this." No, because I don't view the venue as a premise for me being funny.
You could be anywhere, couldn't you?
Yes, it's me. Am I funny?
No, I appreciate
And
that.
then that's where I go. I mean, he's just a crazy animal. He's an animal in the game. And again, I think there's a lot to learn from him. And there's others that you wouldn't know. There's a comedian, good friend of mine named Tony Woods. I'll interview him because of the places that he's been and he's toured, and he's just naturally funny. Okay.
But the weird thing is, has anyone ever said to you, because I'm looking at you now, that you've got the face for comedy? Has anyone said that?
No.
Because I'm looking.
Because
at
I'm a
you.
miserable git outside.
No, because doing comedy, you're putting on a show. But
Yeah.
I'm looking at you and you're making me want to smile,
Yeah.
to laugh.
So that's the charm.
Yeah, because I watched the likes of Bernie Mac, who has died, and he hadn't said anything yet. I laughed.
But you're still laughing. Yeah.
You haven't spoken.
Yeah, that's the charm.
Hence the name, the Charmer.
The charm.
And I've seen pictures of you when you were a little boy, and you were charming then.
Yeah.
I don't stalk him, but I've seen his picture.
There you go. You know what I mean?
So I understand you're sort of doing personal training as well.
I am a PT.
So you are a multi-talented guy.
Well,
do you incorporate that into your?
No, I don't. Do you know why I don't incorporate my personal training life? It's because exactly what it is, personal training. When I'm training a client, it's personal.
No,
that's between me and the client.
You are very
professional.
professional.
It's got nothing to do with outside life, all right? So I do take that side of things very personal.
I like
right?
that. No, I like
so
that.
that's why I don't incorporate in my job. Oh, I can joke about exercises and things, but I've never involved my work in terms of personal training into my comedy.
I do have to say you are looking good, and that's an honest fact. You look healthy.
I try my best.
He's hench. Right, so listen, tell me one thing. I've got a final question, and I've already asked this earlier. They say you can tell a lot by the cereal somebody eats. What's your favourite cereal? If you did eat a cereal, say you don't have to eat it, but if you were going to be a cereal, which one would it be? Which one would you pick, and why?
Ackee and saltfish.
So
but that's not even a cereal, is it?
No.
So you want me to pick a cereal?
Pick a cereal. I'm intrigued, and I know everyone's going to go away now and look up why you should pick a certain cereal.
I would have something which has nutritional value in it.
It's very healthy.
So I would not look at anything like Cocoa Pops or Rice Krispies or anything like that. It'd probably be something ending up like cornmeal porridge or something.
You the man, love cornmeal porridge.
So, but it'd have to be along those lines because it has to have nutritional value, and the reason for it is because your breakfast is the first meal of the day, and it's the first thing that your stomach neutralizes for your uplift for the rest of the day. So you have to give your system nutritional value for it to take you through the day, and so it's got to be that.
Not only is he a comedian, he is an accountant, he's healthy, he's multi-talented.
There you go.
Thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me. It's been really enjoyable.
I'm sure it has.
And where can we find you next though?
If you look at my Instagram, I am Peter Francis.
Right.
And it will have a list of my dates.
We look forward to it.
You can also look at my website, which is Bill and Bill. I am peterfrancis.co.uk. And you will soon see a YouTube of mine, and well, the whole spectrum of social media will be out there.
Thank
all
you
on the
very
name,
much.
I am Peter Francis.
You've been watching Ultravision TV, and I'm Sandra Ewers. Thank you very much for coming to the show. Thank you.